Are any of these whiskeys worth your money? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today I'm going to be reviewing 3 bourbons for you guys on this episode, and I do this in quotations because this right here, this is the JT Meleck Rice Whiskey. Before we get into the reviews though, I just need to thank you guys so much for the love and support for the channel. Recently we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so keep smashing that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. Leave those likes down below and leave a comment down below on if you've ever tried any of these 3 whiskeys on the bar top. Now, let me give you the rundown of the 3 bourbons and whiskeys that we have on the bar. On the right-hand side, we have Cedar Ridge. This is their double barrel Iowa bourbon whiskey coming in at 105 proof. Next up, we've got the Redwood Empire Cask Strength Pipe Dream coming in at 116.8 proof. And then finally, on the left-hand side here, the first bottle that we are going to review for the day is the JT Meleck Single Barrel Cask Strength Bottle of Rice Whiskey coming in at 121.3 proof out of Louisiana. Now, I do want to be honest with you guys, all 3 of these bottles were sent to me, but just as always, when I do get bottles sent to me, I make sure that I can give you guys a 100% honest review, and if I can't do that, I'm not going to review it. And all 3 of these companies are super awesome. They want a full honest review of what they have to offer. And well, let's get into the first one on the left here, and I want to get into this JT Meleck. I think that this one might be the best out of the 3. That is not a shot against these 2 bottles of bourbons on the right hand side, but I think that because this is a rice whiskey, this one right here gets thrown into the back of the line a lot of the times, and you guys need to know about this bottle right here. So like I said, JT Meleck did send this bottle to me. They said, thanks for sharing JT Meleck with your friends. Please enjoy barrel number 200, proofed at 121.3 proof and aged for 4.5 years. This barrel was hand selected by a farm generation family run liquor store here in Louisiana. And they also want me to let you guys know that you can get their spirits shipped directly through Bourbon Outfitters. So if you guys enjoy the review of what this bottle has to offer and my personal opinion about it, go check out Bourbon Outfitter and you could possibly pick up your own bottle of this. Now, this is a farm to glass to your house specific spirit. This JT Meleck, they do their own rice. They take that rice, they ferment it, then they turn it into an amazing spirit, and they put it in a bottle and they sell it to us. I'm gonna give you guys my honest review of this bottle right here, and I can't talk highly enough about what this bottle, the couple of pours I've had out of it, and what it gives me from what I was expecting it to do, but what it actually did. So let's get into the nose, and I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on what this glass does to me. So this nose is just upfront and personal with the rich vanilla that it has to offer. I get some charred notes coming off of this, like a charred marshmallow. It also, like, a sweet maple burned wood. Like, a lot of the times when you're using like a smoked wood, it's maple or cherry or apple wood, and this has like a smoked sweet wood coming off of it that is so delicious that I can dig my nose in there, and it's almost like it's maple syrup in a glass. There's a bunch of different aromas that just come off of this, and at 121.3 proof, it is something that you would not expect to come off of a single grain whiskey. It's something like none other. This nose is incredible, and I cannot wait to get into the palate. So let's do that, and cheers to you guys. Wow, is that just rich and creamy and thick, and just something that just gives you, it almost has a double barrel toasted effect that goes over your tongue. I get a very upfront, toasty, charred, sweet note that comes through, followed by a very thick vanilla. You're getting that maple quality. It's got some chocolate in there. It's got some espresso, some coffee notes that just run through this glass. And it is thick, it is creamy, it is so decadent. Man, I gotta tell you this right now, guys. If you pass up on one of these bottles, you're missing out, because this is something that can give those heavy hitter bourbons a run for their money because of what this has to offer for something that is so simple as rice. There is so much rice in this world, and the fact that you can take rice and turn it into this is just mind-blowing. A lot of the times when you think of rice, you think of like sake and stuff like that for like a rice wine or a rice liquor, and I think you can do vodka with rice and stuff like that, but turning it into a dark liquor that is somewhat comparable to bourbons and ryes, and something that us as bourbon and rye enjoyers from American spirits wouldn't think to turn to this, but this is 100% a must-get bottle of whiskey, in my opinion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the second bottle that we are going to be doing a review of today is going to be the Redwood Empire Cask Strength Pipe Dream. This is a 74% corn, 20% rye, 4.5% malted barley, and 1.5% wheat. So this is a 4-grain bourbon coming in at cask strength at 116.8 proof. It's aged for at least 4 years, so I mean, this is a cream of the crop, just like a nice age statement with a nice proof, and I just cannot wait to get into this glass. As you can see, I've had a decent amount of pours out of this already. Redwood Empire did send this bottle my way. You guys know how much I love the Redwood Empire Lost Monarch, the Boo Rye at 90 proof, and this right here is their just regular bourbon offering, bottled at barrel proof, and let's get into the nose. It's got a little bit of earthy tones to it. And then it just overwhelming, just like a bright, inviting overall nose that this has to offer. There's some citrus notes in this. I get a little honey, fresh oak, and just overall going from the JT Meleck to this, you've got dark and rich, and you've got warm and inviting right here. I like the nose a lot. It's got a lot to offer. There's no astringency off of this at all. It's overall sweet. It's very pleasant to dig into. And if you're looking for something that isn't gonna break the bank, is a little bit different, and helps the environment, this is definitely a really, really nice bottle and brand to go to. So let's get into the palate and see what this has to offer in the mouth hole. It's a layered cake in a way. It's a lemon zesty vanilla pound cake. I'm getting the sweet bread. I'm getting the zesty lemon. I'm getting the vanilla icing on top. This is just so inviting and pleasant to go into. I like this so much. The proof doesn't show. It drinks like it's probably 108, 109 proof. And I almost get, not the coffee, but if you have like an espresso or a cappuccino in a way, the crema on top, that light, foamy, airy, just overall like nice aromatic aroma that comes through on that crema. That's what you're kind of getting on this. You're not getting the deep, rich coffee, but a nice light coffee note on there as well. And there's a little bit of nuttiness in there as well. Nothing that's too crazy, nothing that's like a bean product, but that is so nice. It's so sweet. It's so easy to go into and dive into. It's so, so pleasant. And I'll tell you this right now, Redwood Empire, they knock it out of the park with these barrel proof offerings. And finally, for the third bottle we've got to do a review of is going to go to Cedar Ridge Double Barreled Bourbon. And Cedar Ridge, they sent me their first 2 offerings, and we did a review of those a little while back. And they reached out to me and they said, do you want to do a review of the double barrel? And I said, heck yeah, I love double barrel bourbons. And so they sent this my way, and we got to do a review for you guys, and it's in this video right now. So this is, like I said, 105 proof. This is going to be the Cedar Ridge mash bill of 74% Iowa corn, 14% rye, and 12% two-row malted barley. Now, I don't know how old that bottle right there is, but their regular offering is 2 to 4 years old. The single barrel that they sent me is, how old is this bad boy? This is 3 to 4 years old. So I'm going to imagine that this bottle is in that 3 to possibly even 5 year age range because of that second barrel influence that this has to offer. You guys know how much I love double barreled bourbons and whiskeys, and I can tell you this right now, I really enjoy this bottle right here. Cedar Ridge is not offered here in Jersey. I'm not quite sure how many states this is offered by. You guys will know how much it goes for in the little description down below. But nonetheless, let's get in the nose and see what this bad boy's got to offer. Deep, rich molasses is coming through. It's like if you have just like a bag of molasses and you suffocate yourself with it. You stick your entire head in a bag of molasses, and this is what you're gonna get. This has a really dark influence to it. It's dark chocolate. It's the molasses. There's leathery notes in this. I get a little bit of mulch. And then you get past those like regular earthy dark qualities, and you find this bright effect that this has, and it's a light fruit. I get a little peachy note coming off of it. There's peach skins, there's a little bit of grape, there's apples. This has so much going on right now. Let's get into the palate. We went from highest proof, middle proof, and lowest proof, and a lot of the times when you do that, you might blow your palate out a little bit. But this one has so much flavor impacted into the bottle that even though it's a significant lower proof compared to what these other two are, you're getting so much sweetness and a deep, rich enjoyment that this has to offer in it. It's wrapping your tongue up with this molassesy sweetness, and it's so rich and dense on your tongue that it's so enjoyable. This will give other double barrel bottles of bourbon a run for their money. The finish is not as long. I'll tell you that right now. It does fade off a bit quick for my liking, but what it does do is it makes you want to go back for more. That is so good. I don't know if this is barrel proof. This is a special release. I don't think this is barrel proof. I think they bottle it down. I think that they proof this down to 105. I would really love to see what this was like at barrel proof if this is not barrel proof. But nonetheless, I think I'm going to have to include this in a couple of blinds here in the future, comparative to other double barrel bourbons such as the 2XO, and see where that bottle comes in, because we've got the other two. We've got the Innkeeper blend and the Phoenix blend. Those are both 104. Then you've got the Gem of Kentucky, which is also a double barrel bourbon, coming in at 108 proof, and this bad boy is sitting right in the middle at 105 proof. And I would imagine that even though that this is a limited release, it might be a little bit easier to get than the Gem of Kentucky for a lot of people, and it's also cheaper. So nonetheless, this is a really nice implementation of what a double barrel bourbon can be, and it is absolutely delicious. All three of these on the bar top right now are must-gets in my opinion. I want to know what your opinions are of these bottles of bourbons and a whiskey down in the comments below, especially this JT Meleck. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on what rice whiskey can be in America, because this is something that a lot of people weren't expecting to come out and be as good as it is. We already know that Redwood Empire puts out great stuff. We've got craft distilleries like Cedar Ridge that do great things. And again, I give my thanks to all three of these distillers for sending these bottles my way. But again, honest reviews here only. And let me know in the comments what you think about these three bottles. But until next time, this has been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.